Welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. Y'all already know. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button. And you already know, if the topic is hot, we're on it. This could not have happened to a nicer person. I mean, Regina King. We look at Regina King. I didn't even know she was in her 50s. I'm like, this sister does not age. Every role she gets, she bodies the role on screen. She is just well reserved, highly accomplished. She's not the type to have her ass out in the streets, involved in any drama. And she has maintained that for all the years we've known her and seen her on screen. And then tragedy hits like this. Her son, at 26 years old, is dead. Ian Alexander Jr., the only son of renowned actress Regina King, has died, and they are saying that he died from suicide. The Academy Award winner confirmed the tragedy in a statement to People magazine on Friday. "Our family is devastated," she said, "at the deepest level by the loss of Ian. He is such a bright light who cared so deeply about the happiness of others. Our family asks for respectful consideration during this private time." End quote. And she released a statement through People magazine, and that's what her statement said. Now, Ian Alexander's 26th birthday was on Wednesday. He was her only child, with her record producer ex-husband, Ian Alexander Sr. So she had one child, and he was a junior to his daddy, a senior. This must really, really hit hard. Ian was a DJ, and he was an amazing young man. Regina King herself, she was 51 years old, or is 51 years old. It's sad. You don't know how unconditional love is what she reportedly said of her son in 2007. You may say you do, but you don't have a child. If you don't have a child, you don't know what that is. This is what she said about her son. You don't know what unconditional love is basically until you have a child. If you don't have a child and you're saying you love unconditionally, you probably don't know what that is. Because most people love with conditions, even though they say unconditionally. Unconditionally means no matter what you do or say or who you become, I will always love you and my love will never change for you. I will love you throughout this lifetime. That is unconditional love. Most love comes with a condition. It's a condition that you help me to pay half of these bills. If you can't do that, then I'll find somebody else to fall in love with and pay the bills. It comes with you having to bring me flowers every weekend. It comes with you doing this, comes with you doing that. That's a love under conditions. And her statement was that you may say that you do, but if you don't have a child, then you really don't know what it is yet. When you experience it, it's the most fulfilling thing ever to love, and to love unconditionally. King and her late son shared matching tattoos, and their matching tattoos read "Unconditional Love" in Amharic. They said it's in Aramaic, but I say Amharic, according to the report. And then there's a end note that says if you're struggling with suicide and suicidal thoughts, and if you're experiencing a mental health crisis and you live in New York City, then please call 1-888-NYC-WELL for free and confidential counseling. And if you live outside of the 5 boroughs, then dial the 24/7 suicide prevention hotline at 1-800-273-8255, or go on your computer or phone device, whatever, and go to suicidepreventionlifeline.org and speak your mind and try to get you some help before it is too late. I can more than relate to this situation. My brother and Ian, which is Regina's son, his birthday just passed, right? My brother, I lost at 23 years old, same situation, and his birthday, but for him, it was on the morning of his birthday. I'm pretty sure that unless Ian left a note explaining what happened and why he chose to go that route, if indeed it is suicide, because they haven't released any information like how they know it was suicide. Was he found hanging in his room with a suicide note at his feet? Was it like, how did they know? Did he overdose on pills? We don't even know how he died. All we know so far is that he is dead, and they have asked for privacy. But I can tell you that those who are left behind are left with nothing but questions. Nothing but questions. And right now, as a mom, although she said she loved him unconditionally and she thought he understood that, I'm willing to bet that she is still beating herself up about certain things. And she's probably saying, I contributed to this in some way. And she's trying to figure out how she contributed to it. And she's trying to figure out how she could have stopped it. What could she have said? This is your coulda, woulda, shoulda, but did not moment. And you're left with that after your loved one commits suicide and leaves you here. So my condolences to her, because she's going to have to go through it. Okay. Now, some people want to know, who the hell is his father? Because I had never seen her in a relationship except for with Malcolm Jamal Warner, which was the only public relationship I think she had ever had. Right? Malcolm Jamal Warner that plays Theo on the Huxtables. Okay, so check this out. The son of American actress Regina King, Ian Alexander Jr., we just said had passed away. And they're saying it's from suicide. And she confirmed that devastating news. And she also said that he is such a bright light who cared so deeply for the happiness of others. Maybe he was an empath. And you know, when you care so much for others, you forget to start caring about yourself, kind of thing. Ian was a college graduate and he was a DJ. And he always supported his mother on the red carpet. But who is his father is what this one is about. Now, Ian Alexander Jr., he was the son of actress Regina King, which we know, of course, and actor and record producer Ian Alexander Sr. The pair were married for 10 years, from 1997 to 2007, and Ian is her only child and their only child together. So she got married and she had her child in wedlock. And she also, I'm not saying anything about those who are having children out of wedlock. I'm just saying that's how her thing was. She had her child in wedlock and she was married. She was with the dad for 10 years, a whole decade, and that type of stuff. So he was born in Canada in 1956. This is the father we're talking about, the senior. He was born in Canada in 1956. He was a record producer and was previously the vice president at Warner Brothers. And he worked at Quest Records, Quincy Jones Records. He also dabbled in acting and he has appeared in a few TV shows including Masters of Horror, Animal Miracles, and the sitcom The Chris Isaac Show. The 65-year-old, which he is today, had one movie role in a 2000 Disney Channel film called The Ultimate Christmas Present. If y'all curious to find out who his daddy is now that he has passed and who was Regina King's husband that she got divorced from, this all the information you can use to look up who that person is. After divorcing Ian 15 years ago, Regina, she dated a few men while continuing co-parenting their son. In 2007, she was rumored to be dating Nicholas Gonzalez, who starred in Resurrection Boulevard and The Good Doctor. But that was never confirmed. It was all said to be rumors. She also was linked with American former professional basketball player Ian Quinton Richardson around the same time. Like, she went from one relationship to the other, but that too also was never confirmed. She's very secretive about that part of her life. Now, from January 2011 to March of 2013, This is the one I knew about. She officially dated American actor, director, producer, musician, and writer. Damn, he wears a lot of hats. Malcolm Jamal Warner. But the relationship ended about 2 years after they started dating. He played Theodore Huxtable in the NBC sitcom The Cosby Show and Malcolm McGee in the UPN's comedy Malcolm and Eddie. Since then, Regina has seemingly been focused on her Oscar-winning acting career, and she said that she doesn't have time for men and she hasn't been linked to anyone since. There you have it. My condolences goes out to her and her family. I'm going to leave the story alone right here after this and be a part of the people that give them some privacy. This is going to be hard to deal with. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Have you ever had a loved one commit suicide? Are you yourself feeling suicidal? Let's talk about it. And I'll catch you on the next video. You already know it's Hot Topics TV. And if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.